Happy Canada Day to all of you Jays fans watching, and I hope it's a great night for you guys. I really do hope so, and you're probably looking at me like, holy smokes, who is this guy? Yeah, the playoff beard's gone. Reason being, it's free agency time. It means the start of the next season, so this is gone, and it feels great. It feels different, and I kind of like it. All right, let's get to this ball game, because holy smokes, what a Canada Day ball game for the Toronto Blue Jays. They win 11-4 over the Kansas City Royals and win the series 3-1. It was just an awesome performance all around offensively by the team. And even pitching-wise, Clayton Richard was damn good. I really liked what we saw from Clayton Richard. And he went 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, struck out 4 and walked 1. He only had 1 rough inning. It was in the 4th. And he limited to only 3 runs, and he was just great the rest of the way. He was great before then. He was awesome. Clayton Richard was really, really good. Dropped his ERA 38 points in this ball game today from the victory. All right, now let's get to the offense, because that's where most of the stuff happened. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Eric Sogard leads off with a single. Why? Because he's Eric Sogard, and that's just what he does. Next up, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. rips a double to center field. Runners at second and third now with nobody out for Lourdes Gurriel Jr. and he fouls out to the second baseman. Lopez, not a very good one there. Still nobody out, or still 1 out, and you got runners in scoring position. You got to cash them in. Next up, Kevin Biggio, showing the veteran guy, the guy that always brings in great at-bats, doing an amazing job as Kevin Biggio. It's a ground ball to second base, but that's amazing because that run comes in to score. He just a small ball. He knows he's got to get the ball on the ground and to the right side, and he does just that, bringing the run home. It's 1-0 Blue Jays. Next up, Randall Grichuk, and he had a day. He singled to center field. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. comes in, and the Jays are up 2-0 in the first. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Teoscar Hernandez up at the dish, and he crushes one to left field on the very first pitch of the inning, and it's gone. 3-0 Jays lead. Next up, Freddie Galvis on a 1-2 pitch, crushes a ball to dead center, and it's gone. Back-to-back jacks for the Jays. They're up 4-0, and they are feeling it right now. The next 2 guys line out, and there's 2 out, nobody on. But Vladimir Guerrero Jr. comes up and had a great at-bat in his first AB, but then he walks in the second at-bat. Then Lourdes Gurriel Jr. doubles to left field, and it was right in between the third baseman and shortstop. Hits off, I think it was Hunter Dozier, the third baseman, hits off his glove and kind of just trickles into left field, allows Vladdy to head to third. Runners on the corners for Kevin Biggio, and he doubles to right field. Guerrero comes in to score. Gurriel Jr. comes in to score. 2 runs come in. It's a 6-0 Jays lead. The Youngins are on fire there early in the game. Next up, Randall Grichuk. He singles to left field. Biggio comes in to score. It's 7-0 Jays. Oh my goodness! And then Grichuk gets in a run down between first and second to allow that run to come in to score. He gets out on the play, and that finishes off the second. But the Jays get 7 runs in the first 2 innings, and they are feeling awesome. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Freddie Galvis at the dish again, and he belts one to right center field, and it's gone. 421 feet for Freddie Galvis. Oh my goodness, what a hit by him. He's got 2 home runs in the ball game. He's 2 for 2 so far, and it just builds on the Jays' lead. It's now 8-0. Now you go to the 4th inning, and they get 3 runs. Richard has a tough time getting some outs here, but the good news is, before the big rally starts, there's already 2 out, right? So all he needed was the 1. He does that, gets out of the inning. It's an 8-3 game. All right, we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. After they just put up 3, the Jays are like, oh, no, that's not how it works. They bring in Brian Flynn to come in to pitch, and Sogard pops out to start off the inning. Then Vladimir Guerrero Jr. walks on 4 pitches. Then Gurriel Jr. then walks. There's 2 on and 1 out for Kevin Biggio. And what an at-bat for Biggio. He always puts up a great at-bat. He singles to right field. Guerrero Jr. comes in. Gurriel to third. Next up, Randall Grichuk hits an infield single to shortstop. Gurriel Jr. comes in to score. And what a job by the Jays. They're up, what is it now? 10-0. And they're feeling amazing. It's incredible. 10-3, excuse me. 10-3 at the time. They're in the bottom of the 4th. And then we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And the Jays aren't done yet. Gurriel Jr. hits an infield single to third. Then Biggio hits singles to center field. And Gurriel Jr. moves up. Then Grichuk singles again to center field. Gurriel Jr. comes in. It's 11-3 Jays. And then Rowdy grounds into a double play. And that's basically then Hernandez strikes out. And that's it for the 6th. Oh, they ain't done yet? Oh, that was the end of it. They score 11. They run. I'm getting too excited now. And then the top of the 7, Whit Merrifield hits an RBI single off of David Phelps. And that's the end. 11-4 victory for the Toronto Blue Jays. And listen to these numbers because they are insane. All right, Eric Sogard 1 for 4 with a run scored and a walk. Not your prototypical Eric Sogard type of game we've gotten used to seeing, but not a bad ball game for him. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. goes 1 for 3, but he walks twice, and every time he got on, he came around to score, had 3 runs scored in the game, and Lourdes Gurriel Jr., your 3-4 guys in the lineup, were awesome today. Gurriel Jr. continues to hit very well. He was 3 for 4 again today with a walk and 3 runs scored. He was incredible, raising his average to 318. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. has been fantastic. Kevin Biggio goes 3 for 5, gets 4 RBIs, and gets a run scored in the ball game. He's hitting 248 as Kevin Biggio, 370 on base. What a day for Kevin Biggio. What a fantastic ball game. And that last hit he had, I think his last hit that he had, I'm not sure if it was the RBI single or whatnot, but he put up a ridiculous at bat. At least saw 7-8 pitches and then ripped a single or a double into right field. And I think it was one that scored 2, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. What an amazing at bat for him. Randall Grichuk had a day. He was 4 for 5 in the ball game with 4 RBIs. He's hitting 236 on the year. What a day for him. Rowdy Tellez goes 1 for 5. Grudged a couple double plays as well. But you know what? He goes 1 for 5 in the ball game. And Teoscar Hernandez goes 2 for 5 with an RBI and a run scored on the home run that he had. And Freddie Galvis goes 3 for 4. He had a double as well. And the 2 home runs that he had, a couple RBIs, a couple runs scored. Great job for Freddie Galvis hitting 264. He's got 14 home runs. He's just been a staple for this team all year long. And the Jays finish up this home series against the Royals with 18 hits and 11 runs there today. And like we talked about earlier on, Clayton Richard gets his first win since last June with San Diego. It's been a long time coming for Clayton Richard. He goes 6 innings, gives up 7 hits, 3 runs, walks 1, and strikes out 4. Again, all of the damage really was done in that 4th inning. And the rest of the ball game, he pitches amazing, gets a couple of double plays here and there, doesn't really get into much trouble whatsoever. He does a great job, throws 6 strong innings, dropping his ERA from 6.89 to 6.51. So it's still not great, but he dropped his ERA 38 points. What are we going to complain about when it comes to that? You're not. All right, and David Phelps, like I said, gave up the one inning, 2 hits, 1 run, and struck out a batter. That 1 run, it was tough because Lourdes Gurriel Jr. almost had that amazing diving play, and there would have been no run, but because he missed it and it kind of trickled away from him, I think it was Maldonado, was able to move up to second and then score on the single from Whit Merrifield. All right, and Sam Gaviglio does a great job in the 8th and 9th inning, cleaning up the mess and keeping the bullpen nice and ready for the next series against the Boston Red Sox. He goes 2 innings, no hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts. All right, in the ball game for Sam Gaviglio. Like I said, the Jays win 3 of 4 against KC, and now they welcome in the Boston Red Sox. And I don't know how the Red Sox are gonna come into this series. I have no idea. They just came back from London. They gave up a stupid amount of runs against the Yankees in that two game stretch there. It was a 3-gamer. I don't even know. I'm paying so much attention to the Blue Jays. They lost 12-8 yesterday. They're up 4-2, and they lost 17-13 in the first game. I think they played 2 there. But the Jays welcome in the Boston Red Sox for a 3-game set starting tomorrow. David Price on the mound for the Red Sox against Trent Thornton for the Blue Jays. Trent Thornton looking to bounce back after that really rough outing against the Yankees a time ago. And game 2 is Chris Sale versus Sean Reid-Foley. We saw Sean Reid-Foley in his first start since being kind of back in the rotation against Kansas City there. I think was it game 1 or game 2? I think it was game 1 of the series was it game 2? Nonetheless, he pitched in the series against KC, and he got the victory. Sorry, he didn't get the no decision, but he pitched a very good ball game, and we were looking to see that against the Boston Red Sox. Look, when you face Boston, when you face Houston, when you face the Yankees, and all these really good teams in the American League, that's a measuring stick for what this team's all about. Now, we've noticed with Trent Thornton, when he faces the Yankees, he's had a tough time. Ideally, because everybody has had a tough time against that team. They are really, really good. But against the Red Sox, you look at his last start against Boston, he was absolutely spectacular. I think he pitched one of his best outings of the season against Boston. Where is he here? He went 6-30, he had 8 hits, 2 runs, and walked the batter and struck out 7. I think one of those runs was an inherited runner for the guy who came out of the bullpen, and then he gave up the run and made it 2 runs given up for Trent Thornton. So he pitched a very good ball game there. He did a great job against the Houston Astros. Look at the stretch he's gone on, eh? I mean, you look at Trent Thornton's last 4 outings. He's pitched Houston, Boston, Yankees. Now he's pitching against Boston again. What a... Trent Thornton is facing some hard teams to face. And other than that game against the Yankees, he's been good. Now, what can we see against him, against David Price there tomorrow? We're going to have to wait and see how it all plays out. And like I said, Chris Sale against Reid-Foley in Game 2. And then the finale is Rick Porcello against All-Star Marcus Stroman. And ladies and gentlemen, it makes more of a case to sign this guy because now he's a flipping All-Star. Well-deserved All-Star. He's at a 3.18 earned run average. He's been fantastic for this Jays team all year long. And he deserves to be in the All-Star game. And he deserves to have a good contract with the Toronto Blue Jays. My opinion, I will continue to say until things change. All right, so that's the 3-game set against the Boston Red Sox, and then they welcome in the Orioles, and I think that's the And then after that, the All-Star break commences after that series against Baltimore. So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy this victory. Enjoy your Canada Day. If you like this video and you enjoyed the game today, smack that like button. Appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game, your thoughts on the offense. Who the heck is your player of the game? Would you give it to Bijou, who was 3 for 5 with 4 RBIs? Would you give it to Gritchett, 4 for 5 with 4 RBIs? Would you give it to Freddie Galvis, who went 3 for 4 with 2 home runs? Would you give it to Gurriel, who went 3 for 4 in the game? Let me know what you guys think. Who is your player of the game in this one down below, guys? Please let me know. And, guys, I'll talk to you guys, Mo Buckets on Twitter, Blue Jays Wave on Instagram. I was on his podcast just this past week. If you have not checked that out, go check it out on Blue Jays Wave. Great stuff, great guy, awesome content. It was a lot of fun talking to him for about an hour. It was quite a lot of time, but it was really fun talking to him about our Toronto Blue Jays. All right, and Twitter, guys, is down below. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff, and I'll talk to you guys Leafs edition very shortly. We'll be talking Zaitsev. We'll be talking the miniature free agents that the Leafs signed here earlier today. We'll talk about that. We'll talk to you guys Raptors edition at some point when Kawhi Leonard signs. I think even if he does sign with another team, I think I'll still do a video on him thanking him for his time in Toronto. But nonetheless, I'll talk to you guys Raptors edition some point, Leafs edition very shortly, and Blue Jays edition tomorrow. Is it tomorrow night game? Yeah, I think it's 7:07. Yes. Tomorrow night, 7:07, first pitch at Rogers Center. David Price on the mound for the Red Sox. Trent Thornton on the mound for the Blue Jays. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Talk to you guys then.